yeah, my body has changed. I don't really care about how it's changed, how much it's changed, because of course it's changed, because I've changed on the inside. And no longer having that need to look a certain way, eat a certain way, train a certain way, worry about my body in the way that I learned to do and did my entire life. Yeah, my body looks different. My body physically is not better or worse, but me as a person, me on the inside, and my happiness and fulfillment and my genuine mental health and physical health and just everything about me, yeah, I guess I would say that my body changing has made everything better. Whoa. Hello, my favorite people, my warriors. My name is Kelly, I'm 23, and this is episode 10 of my recovery diary. Every single week I take you guys with me in my eating disorder recovery. Also my recovery with finding myself and finding fulfillment and self-love and self-acceptance and repairing my relationship with myself overall. I've struggled with anxiety, depression, anorexia, binge eating disorder, bulimia, and my whole life I just really wasn't able to love myself or my body or find a way to repair my relationship with food. I've always struggled with that. So, and a little over 3 months ago, I decided with my therapist that I really needed to start committing to recovery. I've been going to therapy for almost 2 years, but it's just really hard to finally be ready to take on your struggles and face them and try to make changes. That was truly the hardest thing for me. I always knew I struggled. I always wanted to get better or feel better, but realistically, I wasn't ready to dig deep down and figure all this stuff out until now. So if you are still struggling and you aren't able to figure it out, it's taken me my whole life. I'm 23 years old. It took me about 2 years in therapy to finally go, all right, I'm ready to recover. For me, the decision to choose my recovery felt so scary and threatening because all I kept wondering was, what's gonna happen to my body? Am I gonna gain weight? Am I gonna lose weight? Am I gonna look better? Am I gonna look worse? And immediately I started drawing all these comparisons of my old self to my new self and my future self, and realistically, we have no idea what we're gonna look like, what it's gonna be, and I just finally realized as I've let go of feeling the need to control my body, my weight, my eating, my training, everything that I used to focus and fixate on controlling so much. The way my body looks has never had anything to do with my happiness level. In therapy, I started realizing how to talk about this. There's my genuine self, and then there's my ego self. Both selves are a part of me. My genuine self has always wanted to just repair my relationship with food, repair my relationship with myself, finally just be okay with fluctuations in weight, life. But my ego self was always really drawn to focusing on what I look like. We all have an ego self, and our worries about the way we look and how much we weigh, all that stuff, this self is really fixated on that because obviously everyone does care about the way they look, but the thing is, it doesn't have to deeply affect you and it doesn't have to deeply control everything that you do. And as you start to let go slowly but surely, obviously this is never going to be overnight, learn to see, whoa, I really like myself so much now, or I care about myself so much more now that I don't need my body to look a certain way, and I don't need to live my life in this very regimented, suffering lifestyle that I didn't even know that I was suffering in. I don't even need to do that anymore to be happy on the inside. And if you told Kelly 3.5 months ago that, she would have agreed with you, but until she chose recovery and then actually pursued recovery and was in recovery, she wouldn't be able to really understand that. And that's what I want you all to know, is that it's okay that you don't truly believe this. It's okay that you truly cannot act this way yet, because this is a learned experience. I lived my entire life worrying about calories, worrying about how much I weigh, worrying about the way I look, thinking that I was unattractive. I was obsessed with fitness. I was obsessed with gaining muscle. I was obsessed with staying lean. I was obsessed with tracking macros. I was obsessed with the way I looked, felt, weighed, everything. I needed control, every single thing about my lifestyle, my training. I was antisocial. I didn't have any friends. I didn't do anything. I just wanted control so badly, and I didn't realize that I needed to let go of the control to finally feel in control of myself and my real, genuine self and my genuine fulfillment and my genuine happiness. And I use that word genuine so much because when I was really lean, I felt happy. I did. It was amazing. I felt like I was on a high. I was like, oh my God, I look amazing. This is amazing. I've finally gotten there. Doesn't feel the same as genuine happiness and fulfillment. And I think a lot of us are learning that, and it's so terrifying when you get to that place with your body and food and you've controlled it all and finally made it and you still feel unhappy. It's really depressing, and it makes you feel like you just need to do more work. So when when you're finding that you're still dissatisfied, maybe step away from all the behaviors that you're doing and go inward and think, maybe it has nothing to do with the way I look. Maybe I need to step away and find other passions and do other things. Number 1, specifically with my working out. I work out when I want to. This can be anywhere from 0 to 4 days a week. I don't think I ever train more than that. And you can work out as much as you want to or as little you want to. Obviously, there are health implications of either one, but realistically, if you're really listening to your body and your mind and paying attention to your mental health, you work your training around your life and what you're actually doing. You don't need to prioritize working out instead of going out to dinner with your friends. It's interesting that those things feel like a win to skip out on a dinner because then you don't have to deal with the food anxiety. And you don't have to deal with going out and eating things that you feel like have too many calories or you're gonna waste so many macros on them. And then you're so proud of yourself because you got to the gym, got your gains, burned the calories, and you're keeping control of this lifestyle. I just want us to realize it is happiness and success we're feeling, but it's not that genuine fulfillment that these successes and hitting these goals are giving us. And this is not a general rule for everyone. This is just me sharing my experience of how a controlled lifestyle really just made me feel so lost and broken and so unfulfilled in every way. Now I feel the most proud of myself and successful when I take a rest day from the gym and I don't hate myself for it. That to me is better than any awesome workout and cardio after. Because I used to think if I get a great lift and I did cardio, I was killing it. But to be able to step away from the gym where you know that you're not going to burn those calories, and you're not going to get those gains, and not hate your body at the end of that day, and be proud of yourself that you were able to step away from the need to control your body, the need to feel like you succeeded that day, and the need to do this controlling mechanism behavior that you've done for so many years. That is the coolest thing in the entire world to me. Second thing, it is terrifying to just start eating whatever you want, whenever you want. I've been doing intuitive eating for I think 3 years now, and it still can be very scary because you still are not able to control anything. You don't feel like you know what's going to happen to your body because the way you're eating is free and intuitive, and you eat more or less depending on the day and how you feel. And sometimes you may go overboard and sometimes you may go into a binge. But that's life. Every day is supposed to be different. Every day is different. And allowing yourself to go with the flow of fluctuations of life, of being a human, that is such a win for me. Some days I'll eat a lot of things. I'll overeat. I will feel guilty for having so much this or that. And I realize I don't need to feel guilty. It's just a different day. Kelly, you're just acting differently. You're eating differently. It's just food. It's just a day. You're just a human. And you'll be okay. The goal is to never let these feelings, worries, anxieties about food and your body control your freedom. Don't let these nerves that you were attached to acting on for so many years with your fitness and you're counting your macros and never going out to eat and having no life, talking to my old self. You don't have to go back to that to make yourself feel better. Just keep letting go of all of it. Grabbing onto those fears and grabbing onto the anxieties and trying to make changes and act on it. That is not the answer. The answer is stepping away from all the tendencies, stepping away from all the behaviors. Allow yourself to be free. It's terrifying. I validate that. It is, but it's more freeing and more fulfilling, more self-loving, more self-caring, so much more incredible, and just you feel like you're living your life. If you step away from the lifestyle that you really adhere, you know it doesn't feel good. It doesn't feel right for you. And if you're feeling that, be proud of that. Don't be ashamed of yourself and your struggle. Don't be ashamed of the way you're living your life right now. You wouldn't be who you were. You wouldn't be this person right now if you've never had this phase. I wouldn't be this person right here if I hadn't gone through all that struggle and trying to control everything and counting my macros and being crazy about my workouts and doing way too much cardio and never having friends and never leaving my house. All these things. I will never look back on it and think, oh God, I wish I wasn't like that. If I wasn't like that, I wouldn't be like this. Thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to always just have endless self-love and self-compassion for yourself because you need that. And the only way you'll be able to get it is if it comes from you. No other person coaching you, supporting you, saying nice words to you will ever resonate with you as much as if you let it come from yourself. I'm so grateful that you guys are always with me on this journey. You're my warriors and I'm so proud of you. Don't forget to get your Warrior Collective bracelets. There are 3 of them. One says I am, one says warrior, one says beautifully me. The link is in the description below. Seriously, they keep me helping to remind remind myself every single day that I'm wonderful and worthy and strong, and I'm genuinely a warrior. And it's hard for me to believe that without having reminders, like when I put them in my Instagram stories or when I wear the bracelets. I need to just tell myself sometimes. And it's okay every day, every second if you even need to tell yourself. Also, please give the video a thumbs up if you liked it, if it helped at all. Please subscribe, and please feel free to always drop a comment below. I love hearing from you, and I love when you share your stories. It makes my world. And if you really found this helpful, which I really hope you did because I love you so much, please subscribe so you always know when there's a new video from me. And you can even click the little bell notifications button on the right side to get a notification when I get a video, because I know even people that I'm subscribed to sometimes don't pop up on my feed. Alright, I love you guys so much, and I will see you in the next video. Bye!